Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Test Chamber. I'm Andrew Reiner, and we're playing a little Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. My review is up on the website. It is a fantastic game. The best Uncharted game in the series, I would say. From a narrative perspective, definitely. Gameplay-wise, they're doing some very cool stuff with it. But it does still feel like old Uncharted of old. You know, the big set-piece moments aren't as grand as they once were.
Right.
J.B. Gwaltney's here. He's played through about a third of the game so far.
Yeah. I've been playing away at it, and I'm really, as someone who doesn't like Uncharted, like hasn't really liked any of the series, I'm loving this so far.
Yeah, so right now we're just taking a look at, we're searching with Sam for a treasure. Obviously, that's a big part of the game here. This is going to be a very non-spoilerific playthrough, obviously. This is a location of the game. That's a spoiler.
Mm-hmm.
This is about halfway through the game. And, yeah, we've, you know, in our cover story, we talked about Madagascar and stuff like that. That's where we are. We're definitely showing some later stuff, but there shouldn't be big story revelations here. So if you're afraid of that, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
This should be pretty clean.
This game just looks amazing.
So if you hit down, you can see your vehicle. It's kind of cool. So Nate still has his notebook, so we will jot this down. He found a pirate ship. And I have found the treasure in here already. You know, there's a bunch of collectibles in the game. But let's see if it's still here. But the technology and just
Whoa.
the visuals, just stunning. Yeah, so it's gone already. But the fact that, man, this is something nobody even needs to see. You don't have to do this. This is just all completely optional. But you can go in there and do that if you want to. And just stunning visually. His hair getting wet. I know we talked about that in the past. Yeah, how his clothes would get wet and then dry off. But definitely his hair. Look at his hair. Very different than when it's dry. And we're going to be heading over there.
Does the new version of Nate look like Nathan Fillion to you? Like when you look at his face?
He's too sun-soaked. I thought that in the past.
Uh-huh.
I thought I read somewhere he's based off like Johnny Knoxville or something.
What?
Like as like his attitude and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, I can see that, I guess.
But no, he definitely looks like Nathan Fillion. He would have made if Nathan Fillion was 15 years younger and they were still doing that movie. Ooh, what was that?
Oh yeah, like they couldn't cast anyone else.
What's this?
Hey, I think I found a page. There we go. So you find these all the way throughout the game. It's cool. You can get some story here. If I hit the read button, it gives you text on screen, so you can read it.
It's kind of like a Gone Home's environmental storytelling in a way.
Yeah.
Like when you're walking around, you can just pick up objects, look at them, and then have the option to actually read like a manuscript of it if the handwriting's too hard to read.
Pretty cool.
But the story that Neil Druckmann, the director of the game, and I believe his name is Josh Scherer.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. It's non-sequential in time, so you get flashbacks kind of like you did in Uncharted 2 and 3. Let's see if I can thread this little needle here. This could be a disaster.
You can do it. Oh,
Sure.
I did it perfectly.
yeah, sure.
But yeah, it's just remarkable. The exciting moments are just as engaging as the slow moments, too. Like, I can't believe I'm saying that, but yeah, the slow moments are very cool. Okay, here we go. Look
Yeah, and that's so hard to pull off, too, especially in games like this. Like, The Order 1886 did not get that right. Like, the slow moments were so bad. But in here, like, pretty much everything's exciting. So far, at least in my playthrough.
Qualifies as man-made. Pirate-made.
And the action, like I said, is very Uncharted, but you do have your grapple hook. You can see that on his hip there. We'll try to use that in this test chamber. That is a big new component. Gunplay feels a little better. The AI is definitely better. They flank. They team up. They search for you because there's this new kind of brush mechanic where there's it feels very much like Metal Gear in terms of the stealth mechanics.
Yeah, the stealth mechanics are new, right? Like that's
to a degree.
Yeah.
What do we got here?
Huh. It's a door of some kind. Covering a chamber?
A massive chamber for storing a bunch of treasure?
It's just
No
going to be a
way.
toilet.
Not with his ego. Wherever Avery put the treasure is going to be the most elaborate place we've seen yet.
So they're going
It'll be
after
well
Captain
protected, too.
Avery's treasure. Supposedly the biggest pirate haul ever. Which is estimated about 400 million.
Yep, 400 million.
So Nate and Sam are, we just want you to just kind of soak this in. It's
Oof.
stunning. Nate and Sam are going against rival treasure hunters, Nadine and Rafe. We won't go into the story too much here. There's some history between Rafe and Sam and Nate. That's very interesting. Again, very well done.
Yeah, it's an interesting dynamic.
Oh, just look at, he's still, God, just visually. Just
Like
so
even
good.
like the smallest things, like
Okay, up we go.
just the plants here, where they're placed and everything. It's
And
great.
you can see the new handhold technology here where you can reach out. It's done very well.
Yeah, that's another thing I like about this. I've never been a fan of the parkour stuff in here and the climbing and whatnot, but there's something about it that just works here. It feels easier, and I'm not throwing myself to my
It
death
is.
all the time.
Yeah, I would say it's lost some of its magic.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
Stuff falling all the time. It's not as great as it used to be.
Oh yeah, well I mean that's like one of the biggest things from last generation was when Assassin's Creed and Uncharted started doing all that stuff. So it hasn't aged that well,
Right.
But I think it's done well
Oh,
here.
no.
Oh, that was cool.
No, that was a mistake, but
That was still cool.
I saved myself by hitting. So the grapple is on L1. Why won't he get up there? There you go, buddy. All right. And what were we seeing there? Oh, that's just the grapple. And here we go.
This looks promising.
So the treasure hunt is just as good as the story. I wanted to get to that. It's very clever. The puzzle contraptions, the riddles that Avery leaves behind, fantastic. And Avery is a character. You only read about him on paper,
compass.
and you kind of learn about him in the environment. But he is so interesting and so well written, and you learn so much about him as the game goes on. He's one of the best parts of the game, in my opinion. He's not alive. I think they did a fantastic job with him.
Down there, it's the same symbol.
All right.
Another arrow.
Let's go find out where it's pointing, huh?
I really like Troy Baker's voice acting in here too, as Sam.
Oh, they're great together.
Oh, yeah.
Sam and Troy Baker and Nolan North. Sam and Nate. Elena is fantastic as well. I can't remember the actress's name. She's on the show Haven. I love that show. She's great. Everybody's really good.
Yeah,
Rafe, they do a good job establishing villains in this.
I keep trying to figure out Sam's accent. Like is it like Boston or something? It's interesting, and I like that Baker's doing an accent for that.
Yeah, he's a talented individual.
Oh yeah.
And there's a lot of The Last of Us in this with the two people together. There's a lot of emotion here in the story that you didn't have in the other Uncharted's that they've kind of loosely hinted at between the relationship Nate has with the other characters, his love interests and Sully and stuff like that. They really, really, really hone in on Nate. Like, you get to know him very intimately.
Follow these arrows. See where they go.
And there's things he does that I don't like. So there was an arrow here. So we're going to go follow that over to this arrow.
Hey, look.
So they're telling us where to
arrow
go.
over there.
So we just need to kind of follow this treasure map. Pointing this way.
And it's so cool how they give the illusion of this being an open world, even though it's not. Like it's pretty linear, but at the same time, it hints at something huge.
There's the arrow. So we're going this way.
There's another one.
I just missed it. Which way is it pointing?
I think it's pointing.
Still this
yeah,
way,
still
okay.
this way.
All right. Keep your eyes peeled. And there's stuff
thread
that...
the needle.
You think it's in there?
Why not? Go for it.
I'm
Ah.
not seeing it. Ooh, is that it? I think that's it.
That's it. All right, so we got to turn left.
So little things like this, I think it's done very well. All this puzzle solving feels very organic to the world. There's nothing really annoying. And in we go.
Giant gate.
And just look at
Sign.
this. Jeez. So, JB, I'm going to pass the controller to you. You haven't done this yet. I want you to figure out this navigational puzzle, just so we can kind of give off. Oh, God, he's Mr. Injured.
I'm sorry.
Learn how to play games. All right, there we go. So you can invert the controller. That's a big feature.
Yeah.
I think they patched that in last
Yeah, they
night.
have tons of accessibility options. It's great. Like 20 different camera options or something. All right.
Man,
So he's looking around.
This place. Whole thing would be a tourist attraction.
Okay. Let's see. Let's take a look around. All right, so got to get up there somehow, probably. Oh, maybe Sam's got a clue.
So they will give you clues, and it's not something sometimes they'll blurt it out like, "Hey, how do we get up there?" Or "Hey, come look at this, Nate." I love the banter in the game, but there are times where it will. Wow, that was sweet. Visually, best looking game. Seriously, hands down, the best looking game. Their tech is ridiculous. But there is a hint button, but we're not going to use that here.
Yeah. All right. Oh, wait.
I mean, what about the big pillar in the middle of the cave?
I didn't press anything. He just told me
Oh,
that.
yeah. Yeah, that could work.
Okay. I think we parked too close for me to see it. That's my excuse. All right.
All right, I parked that too close for you. But that's cool. You had to use the boat there. The first time I parked it like all the way on the other side. I was like, how am I going to get up there?
Oh. All right. Oh, wait. We got treasure.
So there's a lot of bird poop that shows you where to go in this instance. But a lot of times the environments feel organic. And as you saw JB kind of looking around,
Climbing this cliff?
unlike the old Uncharted, which were very linear, you actually got to pause, look around, think about what you're going to do. Sometimes there's multiple paths.
Well, I think it's pretty damn cool.
And away we go. Whoa. Nice.
And it's exhilarating doing that.
Oh, yeah. I
Like,
love
there
the
was a
grapple.
little like,
Fall to my death over here.
Yep, I like the grapple. But like I said, like when the handholds start falling or the bridge you jump on falls apart,
right.
they play that up like nobody's business. And, it's lost something since Uncharted 2.
Yeah.
But it's still cool. It's still fun. Like the platforming is still
Avery wasn't
ridiculously
much for
fun.
subtlety or understatement, was he?
Well, he had the money.
I gave the game 9.5 out of 10. Really, really, really dig it. Storytelling, Naughty Dog from the start has said this is Nathan Drake's last adventure. And there's a sense of finality to everything that's going on, even though we're just getting to know Sam. There's closure everywhere. It definitely feels like the last chapter. We won't go into what happens at the end. Does he live? Does he die? Any of that stuff.
Right.
But yeah, I'm very pleased with the way everything wrapped up. I think it's a really, really, really awesome way to end this. And you got Indiana Jones out there, age 73, still going. Finding crystal skulls and crap like that. I'm glad Naughty Dog was like, you know what? Let's not be that. Let's not do that. Let's not send Nathan back and have him be young again, have him be reborn like Lara Croft, which worked for Laura.
Yeah.
Let's actually have an end to a story. Let's actually finish something we don't often see in games, unless it's like a set trilogy or something. It's nice to see that they want to move on as a developer. They have an idea how to end this. They see an arc here with the story. And I can't wait to see what they do next, whether that's Last of Us 2 or something new. I'm glad they're saying, okay, this is it.
Yeah.
There's only so much we can do.
Yeah, I agree completely. I'm glad they're moving on, even though this is fantastic. Knowing when to call it quits is good.
Is blocked by debris. Again.
Well, I guess Avery's builders clearly didn't take hundreds of years of erosion.
And it took me forever to find a level here for us to do without spoilers. This is a good one.
Yeah, this is pretty good.
This is, I believe, chapter 12.
I just like running around.
Yeah, you seem to do that. In the multiplayer, which is pretty good, that's something you can do, is you could use that as a melee weapon. And I like the multiplayer. I mean, that's done very well and it has some good loops to it, like a lot of collectability.
Oh.
Like Nate's basically has like 80s Ray-Bans on or 90s Ray-Bans. He looks terrible in my game.
Come on, give me a hand with this. Yeah, sure.
That facial tech.
So you have a lot of these moments where, it's loading the next zone, basically.
Yeah.
But they're all just distinct. And there's conversations that go on. They don't feel
Sure thing.
like it's just loading, right?
One of my favorite little things the game has done is that at the beginning you have the option to actually turn quick time events into where you just hold the button. You don't have to
Right.
jam it, and I think that's great. Like that's such a little thing, but I'm really enjoying just holding the button during those quick time event stuff. I wish more games did that.
Yeah, there was one guy at Naughty Dog that just worked on that handhold technology the whole time for like 2 years. I kid you not. Like I got to meet him when we went out there for the cover story, and yeah, he was just perfecting that, and it works like a dream. Like you angle down, you angle up.
It's just weird to think like how much time and talent is spent on little things like Batman's cape in the Arkham series. Like there was just a team of people working on that for so long. But yeah.
And just look at this. I mean, this world.
It's gorgeous.
It's stunning, and it feels lived in. It feels ancient. I guess the most unbelievable thing is how something like this could be lost in this day and age with satellites and phones and planes and all that stuff. But here you go. Here's a little bit of kind of that teamwork or team-based stuff.
It's the same animation as The Last of Us too. Just
it's very similar.
Yeah, sped up a little bit.
Well, there's a path, but I don't see another way up yet. So, hold on.
Yeah, just jumping there is not going to do it for you, JV.
I'll get there. You just got to do a rocket jump.
You okay?
Okay.
I'm on the other side. Okay. Still need to get you up here. Hang tight.
See you.
Bye.
Sam, anything?
I'll do it.
Sam, hey, you still there?
There's a lot of little things in the banter too. Like, I walked around a rock, like in a cave, and it looped around. And the character I was with was like, "Oh, this looks like a loop." It's like, and Nate's like, "Yeah, just figured that out."
That's a very sly game so far for me.
One complaint: a lot of box pushing puzzles that are just very ordinary and seems very out of place for Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That was so good.
Everything all right?
Animation-wise, just
Can I push it off?
ridiculous.
Okay.
Let me push it off. Aw, it won't let me push it off. Probably because I have to use it or something.
Yeah, you want to take it elsewhere.
We don't need that. You're already up here.
Oh, okay. So this was an optional thing. So, yeah, you figured out a different way. So again, multiple paths in the environment. That's hilarious. And as we were just pointing out, the banter like that. Look at that rope technology.
How far does it go?
What are you gonna have to do? Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, I love that when he just throws it over his head. Ah, that's so good. Maybe I should talk to Sam first.
No, go down.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to go over there, though. Oh. Gotta go over there. Okay, well, let's...
What are you doing?
Hold on.
You were doing it totally right.
Oh. Well...
You got this.
All right. Go, JV.
And you'll see Nate reach out his hand, signaling when you can make the jump. So it's not just a blind leap of faith.
Yeah, because that would suck if there was no indicator.
Sam.
Awesome checkpoints in this. Dead end. That's not what you had to do. So what do you got to do now?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let's find out. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And no, JV.
Oh no. Oh. That looked painful.
And we'll give you one more shot on that.
All right.
But we don't want to show too much of this, but we did want to talk about the final game, obviously having played it now. And again, yeah, 9.5 out of 10. PlayStation 4 exclusive. You absolutely need to... JV's playing a little game with himself here. You absolutely need to play this one. This is the year's best game so far, hands down. And again, the best Uncharted. I gave Uncharted 2 a 10, but that was a time and place thing.
Path down here.
My mind was blown by the train falling, all that kind of stuff.
Right.
I'd say this one doesn't have that one big, huge moment like those games did, like the boat capsizing, the train, the cargo plane.
Right.
But there are a lot more cool, little, smaller moments. You saw one at the E3 demo, where they're riding the motorcycle.
yeah.
That one's really cool, but it's all like little individual things. It's not one just big, huge thing that you're like, oh my God. And again, I liked what they did with the pirate story in this one. And, I don't want to go into spoilers, but it makes more sense for the world and what they're doing. And I like the payoff. I really liked where it all ended up for both Nathan, all the characters involved, and just the treasure hunt itself was very fun. So that, I think we'll end it there because he's going to be stumped here for... Well, no, he's not.
Wait, what? Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we'll end it here. So the game's out May 11th, which is next Tuesday. But definitely put it on your radar. Make sure you don't miss this one because it is, like I said, the year's best game so far and the best Uncharted in series. So thanks for dying again, JV.
It was a good way. It was a good way to close that.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next time on Test Chamber.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah. Here they come. Take cover. I'm surrounded. Bullseye. Take that. All right. And that. Eat plastic. Gotcha. Back in business.
Yeah, I'll be right there.